Why, hello, everyone. Hello. If you don't know this voice by now, then why are you watching this YouTube video on YouTube or listening to the audio podcast on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music Podcast, or Podbean, the website, or the official app? What is up, guys? This is James, aka Jimmy Pancakes 20, back here to do a new video for you, and this video slash podcast is going to be our first speculation video for Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood 2026. And just to let everyone know, this is going to be the 20-year anniversary of when John Murdy and Chris Williams brought the event back all the way back in 2006, so this is going to be the 20th year anniversary. So you know that they're going to go big this year with mazes. And we have a new maze location, so it looks like, according to the speculation map, what we'll get into in just a few moments, looks like we're going to have a new maze location, so it's going to be a total of 9 mazes this year. The Terror Tram, 4 scare zones, and 2 shows. So it's going to be a lot this year. But I just want to clarify something before we continue. This is only a speculation. Nothing has been confirmed by Universal or John Murdy or Chris Williams himself. These are all just rumors. So, we don't know if there is a 9 location, just based on the map that I'm about to show you. If you guys are watching on YouTube, for people listening to the audio podcast, I will describe what we are seeing on the map. So just to be forewarned, these are fun speculations. So just to let you know, these are just all rumors. These are speculations. This is nothing has been confirmed until it's been confirmed by Universal itself, John Murdy, or Chris Williams. So, before we show you the map and stuff, I want to introduce my co-host. You know her, you love her. It's my mom, Marsha. So, Mom, say hello.
Hello, everybody.
So, Mom, are you ready to talk about speculation things for Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood 20-year anniversary for 2026?
I'm very excited.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so sit back, relax, and enjoy this video slash podcast. Our first speculation map of 2026 Hollywood 20-year anniversary. Alright, guys, so this speculation map is brought to us by Horror Nights Nightmares. If you guys do not know, I don't know if it's an individual or if it's a group of people, but every year, for many years, they've been doing these speculation maps, and they always do their first speculation map around Christmas, so that's why you're seeing it looks like a Christmas theme. And how I'm going to be doing this is I'm going to start from the first maze that's located in the UBE building, or used to be known as the former Walking Dead attraction, and work our way down to the lower lot. Then we'll talk about the scare. Then we'll talk about the theme for the Terror Tram. Then we'll talk about the scare zones, and then we're going to end with the show. So that's just how we're going to do it. So, Mom, you wanted to say something before we begin?
I'm very excited about what's coming to Hollywood this year, if it comes.
If it comes. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, so first we're going to talk about this icon right here for people that are watching on the podcast. The first area we're going to talk about is the UBE building, or better known as the formal Walking Dead attraction. And it says it's an eggnog carton. It's an eggnog carton. So when I think about eggnog, I think about 2 possible things. So I'm going to start with the one that's the least likely not to happen this year, but everyone's been throwing this out. is The Lost Boys. So if you guys don't know, The Lost Boys is a movie that came out in 1986. It basically starred a lot of famous actors at the time in the 80s. One of them, he played Bill in Bill and Ted. Alex, I can't remember the actor's name, but the one that played Bill in Bill and Ted. A lot of different actors in this one, and it's all about vampires. A lot of people have been asking for this particular franchise to come to Halloween Horror Nights, which is called The Lost Boys. But what I found out was next year is going to be the anniversary of The Lost Boys, based off the movie. So, I mean, I could see it coming because there is a milk carton with a lost kid in the movie. I remember that scene in particular. So a lot of people have been throwing that possibly the Lost Boys could be coming, but I think John Murray might hold off on it because, John Murray likes doing anniversary ones like he did for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like he did for Jason and stuff. So I don't think Lost Boys are going to be coming. I think this next one I'm going to talk about is most likely going to be the one that we might see this year in this location, which is It. Stephen King's It. Because it has also been a very popular franchise that a lot of people have wanted to see. Now, the reason why I say it might be coming is, if you guys don't know, Netflix is trying to buy Warner Brothers. And if they buy Warner Brothers, it is one of the movies that they will gets the rights to. And if you guys know, Netflix and Halloween Horror Nights has worked together on multiple things like Stranger Things and some other properties too. So also, I think The Lost Boys is also owned by Warner Brothers. I want to say yes, but I'm not sure. So, I mean, that's a possibility it could come in the future. But I think that it would come. Now, a lot of people have speculated that it could be based off the movies. Maybe the original one, but a lot of people are thinking it's going to be the remakes that came out. The remake came out in 2007, and then there was It Chapter 2 that came out in 2012. So,
Is that those are on Netflix?
No, it was in theaters.
Oh, yes, we saw them, James. I remember.
Yes, and then also down in Hollywood to promote It Chapter 2, they did a little fun house thing that we went to multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It was like a walkthrough attraction that was in Hollywood Boulevard that was right across from the Pantages Theater.
Yes.
So a lot of people think it could be based off not so much the original movie, but the remakes that came out.
Right.
But also people have been saying it could be based off the TV series that just premiered on HBO Max, which is called It, Welcome to Derry, which gives the backstory. I haven't seen the show personally.
Backstory of the clown?
Of the clown.
How he became the clown, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. I mean, people in the comment section can let me know. But, I don't have HBO Max, but if this is a franchise that's coming and it's based off the TV show, I always watch the TV shows like how I watched the first Fallout series when Fallout was announced. So if this is based off the TV show, then I'll definitely watch the TV show before going to Halloween Horror Nights. But as I said, nothing is speculated. So my thoughts are, I think it's going to be coming this year. I don't think Lost Boys is going to come. I think that's going to be potentially
the following years.
Maybe next year in 2027, because that's when the anniversary of The Lost Boys is.
Right.
So yeah, those are just my guesses. So Mom, your thoughts on this? First, The Lost Boys.
Lost Boys I have not seen. I heard it was a good movie, but I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if it's on any of our streaming stations, James, or not. But I want it to come because I saw both of the movies, the original ones.
No, the original one was only one movie, and then the remakes were two movies.
I saw the original one that I watched, scared the bejeebers out of me.
And then you and I both watched the remakes as well.
Remakes, yes. I want it to come. The Lost Boys I haven't seen, so I can't say if it's good or bad, but I really want it to come. Mm-hmm. That's my opinion on that maze.
Right. Okay, so moving on to our next location, which is the Persian Courtyard. It says on the map, and this is what we're talking about right here, Feliz Navidad means Merry Christmas in Spanish. So, a lot of people thinking that it's going to be like a Christmas theme maze. Now, let's talk about the one that's most likely not going to happen. I do not think we're going to see a original Latin America maze, because a lot of people thought maybe something new with Latin America. I think it's going to be a Christmas themed maze. Now, the one that I would really want to see, but I don't think is going to happen, is everyone, again, this is a property that people have been asking for a long time. Gremlins, that Christmas movie with the ones that you don't feed after midnight. The ones that...
I remember that movie. You can't feed the gremlins after midnight or something will bad happen.
Right. So again, this is a Warner Brothers picture. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people have been asking for Gremlins to come. So, I mean, there's a good chance it may come, because there is a new Gremlins movie that's in the work that's directed by Steven Spielberg that's supposed to come out this year. But nothing has been confirmed yet.
Okay.
Now, the one that I think most likely will come is Horror Nights likes to do a lot of repeat mazes. Mm-hmm. Okay? And there was a maze that we had on the Universal backlot back in, I want to say, 2016 or I think it was 2016. It was a Christmas movie. It was based off a character called Krampus.
Krampus might be coming back. I would love to see that one back, because that maze was really good when we went through it.
Mm-hmm. So it's been about 10 years since we saw Krampus. Yes, it was there in 2016. It was on the Universal backlot when we used to do mazes back there.
Right.
And a lot of people love seeing that maze. I would love to see that again. Love to see the postman out in front of the facade again. Mm-hmm. Back in those days, they don't really do it much anymore, but back in those days, every night John Murdy would
have a secret password.
And if you found the character, and the character was the postman, if you gave him that password, he would give you like a Krampus postcard, which I have things of when they were doing those passwords. I have some relevance in at my place because we're filming this video at my mom's place. and I will share them on Instagram and my posts of some of those things that you used to get when it was those secret passwords, so people can see what John Mayer used to do. I would love him to do that back again, but because of Halloween Hornets being so popular, I don't think that will ever come back. But you never know, maybe in the future. But most likely, I think Krampus might make a return this year to Halloween Hornets, and I think it might go in the Persian courtyard.
Is it my thoughts now?
Yeah.
I would love to see Krampus back. No more. I know it's Latin America. I know it's Christmas theme, but we had a lot of those already, like 3 in a row or 4 in a row with the Latin America theme. I would love to see Krampus, not any more of the Latin America ones. I would love to see Krampus back. And that's my opinion.
Yeah. So that's just our thing of what people have been saying. So we're gonna move on to the H lot. We're gonna talk about the first maze, which was in tent 2, where last year that's where Poltergeist was.
Right.
So what we're looking at is a lighter with some cigarettes. Now, there's a lot of things that could be, but there's a particular movie. Again, it was produced by Warner Brothers, so you can kind of see the theme that we're going to.
Warner Brothers
movies. There's only one particular movie that I thought of instantly when I saw this icon. It's a movie called Singers. SINNER. Sinners. Yeah.
Sinners.
Yeah. So basically, if you don't know what this movie is, it's basically these two brothers and it's not based off a true story. So let me just say this off the back: it's not based off a true story. It's a movie that was made, but it's basically these two brothers. It takes place in Mississippi, and they did a lot of bad things, and they came back to their hometown and they opened a sawmill. And when you make make a deal with the devil, it'll always come back to get you. And it's basically a vampire movie. I personally did not see it, but when I was working at a particular place, to let people know, I used to work at AMC, but I don't no longer work there anymore. But this movie came out like last year, and that was like that movie sold out really good in theaters, and I never got to see it in theaters, but just by watching the trailer, seeing people's reviews, people were saying that this could be a good Halloween Horror Nights maze. And just based off the trailer that Marsha and I watched before doing this video, not seeing the full movie, but we are interested in seeing the full movie. I think it would be a good Halloween Horror Nights maze, and that's the only one that I can think of with this icon with the lighter and the cigarettes, because I heard in this movie they do smoke cigarettes a lot in this movie. So I mean, I can't think of anything else for this. So, Mom, your thoughts?
I haven't seen the movie, but with the trailer, it does look good. When James showed me the trailer, it might be good, it might be not, because I can't give my opinion on this what's coming because I haven't seen the movie, but it sounds good. So I really can't give my opinion if I like it or I don't like it. So, but hopefully it's good if it comes.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion, James.
Yeah. So, we're going to move on to the next icon, which is the Santa hat with pins in it. So, immediately, I'm part of a group called Inside Universal Forums, and they have these forums. And when the speculation map came out, everyone pointed to this icon. And for people that are watching, that are listening to the podcast, basically this is H-Lot 1. This is where Terrifier was last year. And everyone said this is going to be Pinhead or Hellraiser. And again, this is another movie that's owned by Warner Brothers. So you kind of see
the theme going.
You know, I've seen the Hellraiser movies.
I think I have too. I'm not sure.
It's really creepy. The main character is called Pinhead, and he has pins all over his face and stuff like that. So it could be based off the movies, or John Murray likes to use the characters but do his own twist. So, like Terrifier, when they did Terrifier last year, they did do some scenes from the movies, but then he also created original scenes that were only for the house. So, I mean, I could see him do that with Hellraiser.
Like, do some scenes from the movie, but do some scenes original.
Right. So, I mean, there was no other thought. Everyone in the
Hellraiser
in the forum said it's going to be Hellraiser. So, I mean, your thoughts, Mom?
I haven't seen the movie. If it's coming, I would like to watch it with you, James, if we can find it. But yeah, haven't seen the movie, so I haven't given my opinion on it. But when I saw some of the trailers, it looks good. So hopefully it's good.
Right. So now we're going to move down to the lower lot, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to go to this, where behind Jurassic Park, or it's now Jurassic World, but everyone still remembers it as Jurassic Park, it's Cindy Q. So for many, many years, we didn't have a maze in the Jurassic Park Ascending Q. Then, one year we had a maze in Soundstage 15 that was used. That Ascending Q was used for the Ascending Q for that maze, which was it was something to do with the Bride of Frank. I can't remember what that maze was. But last year, they returned with Jurassic World, and that's where the WWE Riot 6 maze was. So this year, it's looking like we're going to have a maze again back in that area. What we're looking at, it's a sheet. It's a ghost with a sheet with a knife. Now, I'm going to just get the one that most likely will not happen, but I did see on the forums that people were saying maybe Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice had a knife?
No.
Oh.
He didn't have a knife per se, but there's one scene where the couple in Beetlejuice has sheets over their head.
I think I remember that scene, yeah.
And we were originally going to have a Beetlejuice house in 2020 before the pandemic kicked. But in 2021, they opened it in Orlando as a small Halloween event in 2020. And then they did the full maze in 2021. And we never got ours. So a lot of people were thinking maybe Beetlejuice could come this year based off the hype of the Beetlejuice movie that came out, which was the second one. And then they're currently working on the third Beetlejuice movie that's in pre-development right now. So I don't think Beetlejuice will come, but a lot of people have been talking about that. So your thoughts on that really quick.
I would love to see another Beetlejuice house.
No, we never had one.
No. I'm sorry. Correction. I would love to see Beetlejuice come because I really like the movies.
Right.
But you never know what John Murray has in store for us.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the one that most likely could happen. Michael Myers, or Halloween. Basically, last year they did a take on Jason Universe where they had all different Jasons. Rumor is that they're going to do that concept, but with Halloween. So have
like they did with Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Right, and then they did it with Jason.
Yeah.
And now they're thinking about doing it with Michael Myers.
Like all the different characters in the movie.
Yeah.
What he dressed up as.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a different Michael Myers,
Right.
So it would not be a Halloween. It would be called Michael Myers Universe or something like that. Mm-hmm. Because he did wear a sheet in one of the original movie where he killed Bob.
Yes, I remember that one.
Yes. So, and then also I heard people say that it would be Halloween 3, the worst of the Halloween movies, because no one liked Halloween 3, because there was no Michael Myers. And originally we were going to have that maze a couple years ago, but then they changed it to Halloween 4 at the last minute. So
because people didn't like Halloween 3.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was up by Waterworld, if you remember that.
Oh, yeah, that house. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I remember it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's what people are thinking for what's coming behind Jurassic World. So now we're going to move on to Behind the Mummy, where Jason Universe was last year, and then the year before that was Dead Exposure Death Valley. So we have a Jack in the Box, and we have an elf. Okay. So usually this area usually has like original maze for the past couple of years where it's been like,
where is it located?
Behind the Mummy, this icon right here.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah. And a lot of people thinking that this is going to be where the original maze is. Okay? Now, if you guys don't know, they have a attraction in Vegas called Universal Horror Unleashed, and they have 4 mazes there, but they also have a character that they brought from Orlando who was an original icon named Jack the Clown. Mm-hmm. And last year at Midsummer Scream, when we didn't go, but there's a clip where a fan asked John Murray on Twitter, will we ever see Jack the Clown in Hollywood again? Because the only time that he was in Hollywood was back in 2007. And he was the icon for the Terror Tram that year. And he also was roaming around back in 2007 as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And John Murray said, maybe someday. So people are speculating on the or on the Inside Universal forums that it's going to be Jack the Clown versus Hollywood Harry. And I would love to see that maze. That's the only thing that I can think about, because this same icon appears on the Orlando map, and people are saying that that maze in Orlando is going to be original, where it's going to be Jack the Clown versus Dr. Oddfellow, who is also as an icon in Orlando. And there's a whole backstory with Jack the Clown and Dr. Oddfellow. That's why they're going to do that in Orlando, and we think for our maze in Hollywood that
it's going to be Jack the Clown and Hollywood Harry
versus Hollywood Harry.
Okay.
And it's going to go behind the mummy. So your thoughts on that one?
James went to Orlando and he did see Jack the Clown, but I never went. I would love to see Jack the Clown and Hollywood Harry in a maze. That would be amazing. Hopefully, it will come. I would love to see that.
Right. So that's the only thing that I could think of. That's going to be a connection between Hollywood
Harry and Jack the Clown.
Right, but what I was going to say was that would be a connection to Orlando and Hollywood, where they both do something with Jack the Clown. The only difference is it would be Jack the Clown versus Oddfellow in Orlando, because those are two icons that were both featured
in Orlando.
And then we have our original icon that was created at Hollywood, which is Hollywood Harry. And then we bring Jack the Clown here, so it would be Jack the Clown versus Hollywood Harry. So
I would love to see that, James.
Mm-hmm. So now we're going to move on to the T-pad, which would be this one right here with a present. So honestly, at this point, I have no guesses of what it could be. Sometimes original mazes go there. Last year it was Scarecrow the Reaping, because again, Scarecrow the Reaping is at Horror Unleashed, and they brought it here, and that was kind of a promotional thing. So
for the Vegas one.
So could they be doing another maze that's in at
Horror Unleashed?
I mean, really, the only ones that we already had an Exorcist Believer, which is there at Horror Unleashed, Scarecrow. So the only two and we also had Texas as well. So if they were going to copy, the only other one that would be there would be Universal Monsters, and I don't think Universal Monsters would be coming back.
Because we had a lot of the Universal Monsters.
So at this point, the one that's behind Transformers, or aka the T-pad, I have no idea what it could be. So at this point, I have no guess for that area as of right now.
And it's a present. I can't think of a movie with the present.
Right. So
I'm stumped on that one too, James.
I have no idea. Okay, so now we're going to move on to Soundstage 15.
Where Five Nights at Freddy was.
Last year, yes. And I will tell you this, I don't think this year we're going to see a sequel to Five Nights at Freddy's. Everyone thought maybe it would be coming, but I don't think so.
Okay.
So there are two possibilities.
Which one is it, James?
The one with the clock.
Oh, okay. That one. Okay.
That one, yeah. So there's two possibilities. Okay. Again, one of them is a Warner Brothers film.
Right.
For many years, everyone's been asking for a Conjuring house or a Conjuring maze. And if you guys know, in the first movie, the clock stopped at a certain time. So this icon, for people that are watching or listening on the podcast, it's a grandfather's clock.
And that was in the Conjuring movie.
Yes.
In the house.
In the house. Okay. So people would really love to see a Conjuring maze. They've done a Conjuring maze at the Horror Made here. The only time that Warner Brothers Studio did a Halloween event, and then a couple of years it's been at Six Flags Fright Fest where they've done a Conjuring maze as well. But it's never been outside those two events.
Right.
So, I mean, could we see a Conjuring maze this year at Horror Nights? Maybe. This is the one that I don't think is likely to be coming this year, because there's a strong one that I think will come more this year. And another thing that has a clock that's owned by Netflix. It's an original series, and they've done it a couple times at Horror Nights, which we still have to watch the season, Mom.
Stranger Things, season 5.
Mm-hmm. Yet.These clock, because every time he was going to kill someone, what do you see before he kills people? It's a grandfather.
There's a clock.
Yep.
In that house.
Right. Well, not in the house per se. It will show up, wherever he's going to kill the victim.
Right.
So, people are saying most likely this is going to be
Stranger Things 5.
Stranger Things season 5, or it could be a combination of all the seasons. Because if you guys know, Stranger Things is officially over, and they are working on some other Stranger Things, but it's not going to be Stranger Things. Like, that series is over. They're working on other things tied to Stranger Things.
Right.
What the Duff brothers have said in multiple interviews, that there are other Stranger Things projects in the work, but the main series is over. So
this is the last season, season 5, what James and me gotta watch.
Right. So I think most likely, it's going to be either based off season 5, or it's going to be a combination of all the seasons.
Or it could be The Conjuring. John Murray might surprise us.
Right. But that's like
low on the totem pole.
People are saying it could be The Conjuring, but more people are saying that it's going to be the Stranger Things.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to see and watch. So now we're going to talk about a new location. So if you guys know that they have been building a divider wall, close to the lower lot. And rumor is that they're going to have a 5th maze on the lower lot. Usually we have 4 mazes, but this year it's looking like we're going to have 5 down on the lower lot this year. And it's in the new location, which is called the UES, aka Utility Event Space, which is, if you guys are listening to the podcast, it is looks like a combination lock.
Okay.
So,
combination lock. What movie has the combination lock?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Mom, because there's 2 possibilities. Let me talk about the one that most likely will not come, because we already had it in 2012. So people have speculated that maybe it could be Silent Hill returning to Horror Nights. Because the first time we ever had it was in 2012, and that was the last time that we had Silent Hill. Now, people could say it could be based off the movie or based off the video games. If you guys know, in 2012, it was a mismatch. It had some scenes from the video game and then some scenes from the movie.
Right.
And the lower lot scare zone for that year, when they used to have scare zones on the lower lot, was themed to Silent Hill.
I remember that. Yeah.
So I really don't know if Silent Hill could come. I mean, there is rumor of a new Silent Hill movie that's coming out this year, and some new Silent Hill games. So maybe I don't know. So I mean, that's on the lower end, but a lot of people think that it's going to be Resident Evil because we have never had a maze of Resident Evil at Horror Nights before.
It's usually in Orlando.
No.
Oh.
No. So in 2013, my first year going to Orlando, there was 3 mazes in Orlando that year that I really wanted to see, and one of them was a Resident Evil maze, and they did it based off the video games, Video Game 2 and Video Game 3, which I played, which were the original ones, not the remakes that came out a couple years ago.
Right.
But the original games.
Okay.
It was called Resident Evil Escape from Raccoon City.
Yep. I remember that one.
And then in the theme parks, or not in the United States, but in Japan and Singapore, they have done some Resident Evil mazes. They also have done scare zones, and most recently they have done an entire show based off Resident Evil. Okay?
Okay.
And last year, they brought some characters from Japan over to Hollywood, like that bear, which I can't remember. But also in the DreamWorks Theater last year, they did Chainsaw Man, which is a very popular Japanese show in the DreamWorks Theater.
Right.
So, I mean, could we see Resident Evil, because there is a new Resident Evil game coming out this year on PlayStation 5, and I think maybe Xbox 360, I'm not sure, which is technically Resident Evil 9, the 9th game in the series.
Right.
But it's not called Resident Evil 9, it's called Resident Evil something. And there's also rumors of new Resident Evil movies coming out this year. So, 2 strong contenders, Silent Hill or Resident Evil. So, your thoughts on that, Mom?
That's a tough one. Because I've never seen Resident Evil.
No, you have seen the movies.
No, I meant the maze that you saw in Orlando.
I did show you videos of it.
Yeah, I know, but actually I wasn't there. Silent Hill? That creeped me out when it was there last time. They're both going to be good, so I can't, either one's fine with me because they sound both good. So I can't really give my opinion which one I want and which one I don't want.
Right.
Because 2 good contenders. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm going to say.
Right.
What about your opinion, James?
I mean, if they were going to do Resident Evil, I would love to see a Resident Evil game or a Resident Evil maze, but I don't know if I would want to see it based off the video games or based off the movie.
Right.
You know, I'm not really sure.
And Silent Hill?
Silent Hill we had before and it wasn't really popular, so I don't know what they would do. I mean,
If they put in Silent Hill, it better be a good one because people did not like it last time.
In 2012.
Right.
So it's a toss up. But if I had to choose, I hope it's Resident Evil because I love the maze that they did in Orlando. I've seen clips of the scare zones from the Japan park and the Singapore park, and I've seen the show that they've done in Japan. Even though I can't understand the language, I still enjoyed the show watching them on YouTube.
Right.
So I would rather see a Resident Evil maze than a Silent Hill maze.
Okay.
So that's just my opinion.
All right.
So that is it for the mazes. Now we're going to talk about the Terror Trap, and this one was a very easy one to decipher because they used this exact same icon for a maze that turned out to be Terrifier, a trash bag.
So the Terror Tram might be Terrifier.
Themed to Terrifier. Now, this is where I'm gonna have to say I loved Art the Clown. You know, like the roaming him and the maze and stuff like that. I love the idea of him being themed to the Terror Tram. If you guys don't know, this is the icon that I'm talking about. If you guys are watching on YouTube, but if you guys are listening to the podcast, it's a trash bag, and that was the same icon that they used
for the house
last year. So
right.
I would really love to see Terrifier there, but if it's going to be in the same location like we had the Terror Tram last year, I don't think it could work. But if you guys don't know, they've been doing a lot of construction over at 6 Points, Texas, and Little Europe. Because rumor is that they are going to take out the War of the Worlds set, and they're going to decommission that set. So a strong rumor is that the Terror Tram is going to be moved to 6 Points, Texas, and Little Europe this year. And that's also where they're going to probably do something with Fan Fest this year with Scooby-Doo Meets the Universal Monsters. So that's just a rumor that could be a new location for the Terror Tram this year. So
right.
If they do the Terror Tram over there, I could see them using a lot of good things with Art the Clown if it's that area. But if it's at the Bates Motel, I could see them do Terrifier and then having a mix of other things too. So I don't really know.
Like if it's in the Bates Motel and we go up that hill to War of the Worlds sets, I could see Art the Clown and maybe Jack the Clown.
Yeah, I mean maybe a
mixture of those two.
And maybe Hollywood Harry too.
Right, a mixture of all three.
Right. But if it's going to be like at 6 Points, Texas, and
it's going to be Art the Clown.
Yeah. So it's a really tough one because we don't know where the Terror Tram's going to be this year.
No.
Yeah. So that's the theme that's our guess for the theme for the Terror Tram because I couldn't think of anything else besides Terrifier because it was very popular last year, both in Hollywood and Orlando. So now we're going to move on to the scare zones. So the one on New York Street, the front gate, the one on New York Street, and the one on French Street all have Christmas boxes on them. Or Christmas presents, I should say.
Right.
Honestly, I don't know what those scare zones could be. So at this point, I have no guesses for either the one at the front of the park, The one on New York Street or the one on French Street?
I have no clue because they're all Christmas presents. I know it's going to be themed to Christmas, but
I mean, it could not be. Maybe it's not themed to Christmas. Maybe it's just they don't have an idea themselves, and that's why
Right.
they can't give us a hint of the icons.
right.
So I
Don't know.
I really don't know.
Don't know at all.
Mm-hmm. Now the one for the one that's in front of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, where we had the Murder of Crows for about 2 years. It has a Christmas ornament, what it looks like. A Christmas ornament.
Yeah. Christmas ornament.
So at this point, again,
we don't know what it would be.
I don't have a guesses for any of the scare zones at this point.
Either do I, James.
Maybe when we see the net speculation map, we might have some ideas.
Yeah.
But as of right now, there's
my guess is good as yours, James.
Yeah, so I have no idea.
Don't know.
Okay. So now we're going to move on to the final thing that we're going to talk about is the 2 shows. So first we're going to talk about the DreamWorks Theater one. Again, it has a Christmas present. So, and I remember the last couple of years, this has always been the last thing that they announce. Like for Blumhouse, they didn't know, so Blumhouse was in 2022, was Blumhouse behind the screen.
Right.
Then in 2023, it was Late Night with Chucky. That was the last minute thing that they announced.
Right. I remember that one.
And then Chainsaw Man, that was the last thing they announced as well for last year in 2024.
Right.
So at this point, I have no idea what could be in the Blumhouse Theater.
No.
So at this point, I have no idea.
Until I get another clue, I won't know what it's going to be.
Right.
So, yeah.
All right, so now we're going to move on to the final one, which is the Waterworld show. Arena.
Yeah.
So the icon, it looks like a boat. So, because if you guys know Waterworld show, it has water in it. So I've heard rumors that the Purge Deadly Waters might come back this year. Now that's just a rumor. Mm-hmm. But I also heard that they don't want to do Purge again. They want to do a new show. So 50% of people think it's going to be the Purge Deadly Waters again. Yeah. Or people have said it's going to be a brand new show. Like maybe bring back Slaughter World, the show that they first did in the arena back in 2006 when they first brought it back.
Right.
Also, I heard that they maybe want to do something else, in there. So there's a lot of possibilities. So, So Waterworld is up in the air.
Yeah.
What show could be there?
Either a different show
or Purge Deadliest Waters again.
I don't want Purge Deadliest Waters. I've seen that too many times. I want a different show.
Right. So we'll see what happens.
But, they can't really do anything, change the set because it's Waterworld. So they're trying to think of, shows that would be with the water.
Right.
So.
Right. So yeah, that is going to wrap up our speculation map for our first speculation map for HHN 2026 Hollywood. So, Mom, your final thoughts before we wrap up this video.
I mean, if all the mazes are going to be good, if we speculate at all, it's going to be a good year. I wish I knew what was in the Waterworld Arena or DreamWorks Theater, but, you know, this year is going to be really good if those mazes come.
Right.
And I do not want Purge Deadliest Waters back, but if it comes back, I'll see it again.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what happens.
But it's going to be a good year if we predicted everything right.
Right. So yeah. So that is going to wrap up this video / podcast. So again, I want to clarify at the end of this video, like I said at the beginning of this video / podcast, these are just speculations. Nothing has been confirmed by Universal itself or John Murdy or Chris Williams or anyone else that knows about what's going on this year at Halloween Horror Nights. We're slowly going to start getting announcements. Usually announcement season is usually
April
or May is when they start releasing some stuff.
And usually he does one big announcement at Midsummer Scream.
Right. So I'm going to do a separate video of events that we are going to, but I can tell you 100% this year, Marsha and I will be at Midsummer Scream this year. We have already started planning to go to Midsummer Scream. We already have ideas of where we're going to stay and stuff. So definitely we will be at Midsummer Scream. And there's some other events that we are talking about going, but I'm going to do a whole separate video talking about the events where we're going. But definitely one that we will be attending is Midsummer Scream, that we are not missing it this year. We missed it last year because of some stuff that we cannot talk about, but this year we are planning to go to Midsummer Scream this year. So, there you go. So, hope you guys enjoyed this speculation video / podcast. The first one of many that I do. Usually, Hhn Nightmare does about 4 or 5 speculation maps, and usually the last speculation map will have everything that's been announced, and that's usually his final one. Usually after Midsummer Scream. And if you heard that, Marsha was coughing for a moment.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. So yeah, so I want to thank everyone for watching. Thank everyone for listening. I want to thank my co-host Marsha again for joining me for this video.
You're welcome.
And if you want to follow her on her social media sites, she has a Twitter and an Instagram, or Twitter, aka now known as X. So she has an X and Instagram. Her links will be down below if you want to follow me, your co-host, your host, James, aka Jimmy Pancakes 20. I have a Facebook page. I have an X. I have Instagram. I have TikTok. And then I also post on the YouTube post page or on my channel where you get the latest updates. I don't know when the next video is going to be coming out, but a new video / podcast will be coming out soon. This was the first Hhn Hollywood 2026 first speculation map by Hhn Nightmares for Hhn Hollywood 2026, aka the 20-year anniversary of when John Murdy brought this event back all the way back in 2006. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Have a great rest of your day, night, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this video on YouTube or listening to the audio podcast on Apple Podcast, Amazon Music Podcast, or Podbean.com or the official Podbean app. I was your host, James, aka Jimmy Pancakes 20, and we'll catch you guys